This is not just a story. It is a mirror. A mirror for anyone who keeps saying, "I will start tomorrow." A story for tired hearts, delayed dreams, and silent promises. If you have ever postponed your life, even once, this story is for you. Daniel grew up in a small village where mornings arrived with the sound of roosters and evenings ended with the soft orange light of the sun resting on the hills. The houses were simple, built from clay and wood, and the roads were dusty. Life was not easy there, but it was honest. People worked hard, laughed loudly, and dreamed quietly. From a young age, Daniel was known as a dreamer. He would sit on a stone near his family's house and look far beyond the fields, beyond the mountains, as if his future was hiding somewhere in the distance. He talked a lot about what he wanted to become. Sometimes he said he wanted to be a teacher. Other times, a successful businessman. On some days, he said he would leave the village and build a better life for his family. But there was one sentence Daniel said more than any other. "I will do it tomorrow." When his mother asked him to help repair the broken fence, he smiled and said, "Tomorrow, Mama." When his father told him to learn a skill that could help him earn money, Daniel nodded and said, "Tomorrow." When his friends invited him to study together or start a small project, Daniel agreed, but always added, "Let's do it tomorrow." Tomorrow became Daniel's favorite word. It felt safe. It felt comfortable. Tomorrow had no pressure. Tomorrow did not demand effort today. At first, nobody worried. Daniel was young. People thought he had time. But time has a strange way of moving quietly. Years passed. Daniel grew older. His friends began to change. Some learned trades. Some started small businesses. Some left the village to work in the city. Slowly, their lives moved forward, step by step. Daniel stayed. Every morning, he woke up with plans in his head. He told himself that today would be different. Today he would start. Today he would take action. But then the day arrived with its small distractions. He felt tired. The sun felt too hot. The work felt too hard. Fear whispered in his ear. And so Daniel told himself again, "Tomorrow." Tomorrow became a promise he never kept. Inside Daniel, something strange was happening. He still dreamed, but his dreams started to feel heavy. They no longer inspired him. They accused him. Every dream reminded him of what he had not done. At night, when the village became quiet, Daniel lay on his mat and stared at the ceiling. His heart felt restless. He thought about the life he wanted, and then about the life he was living. The distance between those two lives grew larger every day. One evening, Daniel met his old friend Samuel. Samuel had left the village years ago and had just returned for a visit. He wore simple clothes, but his eyes were full of confidence. He spoke calmly, like someone who had faced challenges and survived them. They sat together near the fire, talking about the past. "You remember when we said we would build something together?" Samuel asked with a gentle smile. Daniel laughed nervously. "Yes. We had many ideas. I started," Samuel said softly. "Not because I was ready. Not because I was brave. But because I was afraid of staying the same." Those words stayed in Daniel's mind long after Samuel left. That night, Daniel could not sleep. For the first time, he asked himself an honest question. What if tomorrow never comes? The thought scared him. Days turned into weeks. Daniel tried to change, but habits are strong. He still delayed. Still waited. Still hoped for a perfect moment that never arrived. Then something happened that shook him deeply. Daniel's father became ill. The man who had worked his whole life to provide for the family suddenly grew weak. Daniel watched his father struggle to walk, to breathe, to smile. Sitting beside him, Daniel felt a pain he had never felt before. Regret. His father looked at him one evening and said, "My son, life is shorter than we think. Do not wait too long to live. Those words hit Daniel harder than anything before. For the first time, tomorrow felt dangerous. After his father passed away, the village gathered to mourn. Daniel stood silently, feeling empty. He realized something painful. He had postponed not only his dreams, but also his responsibilities. He had postponed becoming the man his father believed he could be. That night, Daniel did not say tomorrow. He said, now. The next morning was not magical. The sun rose the same way. The village looked the same. Daniel felt the same fear. But something inside him was different. He took one small step. Just one. He did not try to change his whole life in a day. He simply began. He woke up early. He cleaned his space. He wrote down what he wanted to learn. He asked questions. He failed. He felt tired. He felt slow. But he did not stop. Some days, Daniel wanted to quit. The old habit of tomorrow tried to return. But now, Daniel understood something important. Tomorrow is a lie we tell ourselves to escape discomfort. Progress does not come from waiting. It comes from doing, even when you are scared. Months passed. Daniel was still not successful. Still not rich. Still not famous. But he was moving. And movement changed everything. People noticed. His mother noticed. His friends noticed. Even the village noticed. Daniel was no longer the man of tomorrow. He became the man of today. One afternoon, Daniel stood again on the stone near his house, looking at the hills. The view was the same, but he was not. He smiled, not because he had achieved everything, but because he had finally started. He understood that dreams do not die because we fail. They die because we delay. Life does not change when we wait. Life changes when we move, even with fear in our hearts. The saddest sentence in the world is not "I failed." It is "I will do it tomorrow." Daniel chose today. And so can you.